Hello, everybody. Good evening. Happy Friday. Welcome to Cantina Social Hour. Great to see everybody. Glad to see some of my favorite people in the whole wide world are gathering tonight for this esteemed event. Just kidding. No, I love you guys. But yeah, no. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. I'm really glad to see everybody that's here. I'm going to go through the list, see what's going on. Then we'll touch base on what we are talking about this evening. And then I'll introduce tonight's guest on the show. All right. So how is it going? Let's see. Who was first? Paul was first. Paul, how's it going? Hello. Welcome. Happy Friday night. Pico B1, how are you doing, my friend? Thank you for being with us tonight. Kayla, how's it going? Thanks for being in the chat with us this evening. Lucia Johnny, how you doing? How you doing? We got Jason. Jason, my friend, how's it going, Jason? Fellow Cantinians, I love it. I love it. That's a good name. Let's keep that like forever. Well, we're recluse. Haven't seen you in a while, but we're glad that you're here. Thank you for joining in. Who else? JJ, how's it going, JJ? Brick something, how are you doing? Thank you for joining us this evening. Adam, how's it going, my friend? Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Who else we got? Allison Troy, greetings. Thank you for being with us this fine evening. Very cool, very cool. I don't want to grow hut. How's it going? Happy Friday. Thanks for coming in and hanging with us. Mary, how's it going, my friend? Thanks for joining us, Mary. Good to see you in the house tonight. Duchess of Darkness, hello. Nice. We got a great little gathering accumulating here in the Cantina, and I'm very happy to see everybody. Milky Way Skywalker, how's it going, my friend? Thanks for joining in. Thank you for being here with us. Ostradamus Toys. Nice. Good group. Let's all, we all need an action figure of ourselves as Cantina denizens. That would be really cool. All right. So tonight's topics, let me tell you what I got. We're going to talk a little bit about R3V8, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about his updates and how that's going to tie into next week's YouTube video. All right. We're going to talk a little bit about the Jurassic World Hammond Collection Dr. Ruin Lab set. We're going to discuss the MCM Comic-Con Legend reveals for Star Wars The Vintage Collection and the Black Series. We're going to talk other toy news, primarily Star Wars. We're going to check in with the HasLab Ghostbusters campaign for the PKE meter and the Ghost Trap. And then we're going to talk new acquisitions. What have I received this week? What have I gotten this week? And then we're going to talk a little bit about upcoming content here on the channel, here on Victoria's Cantina. All right. So I appreciate everybody that's here with us this evening. Let's go ahead and get things going. So making her debut here in the Cantina on Cantina Social Hour tonight, November 3rd, 2023 at 7:21 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'd like to welcome for the very first time ever, Kayla from the GTFO podcast. Kayla, welcome.
Hello. Thanks for having me on. I love how you marked the time and date and everything. It feels so official.
Yes, it's now forever recorded in the annals of history. So,
I also purposely did my makeup, which it started as one thing and then kind of expanded to kind of match your colors. So it was like pink and purple, and then I was like, I want to do more blue, which almost looks white in here, but it's blue and like dark blue.
Awesome. Yeah. Hey, well, thank you. That's cool. And the lipstick and all, I see that VC spirit there. So thank you so much for doing that.
Yeah, it was fun. This is my art form. This is how I'm creative. So
I hear you there. I use this too, however, as a canvas as well. So
yeah,
got it. Exactly. You got to, right? Take advantage.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on, though. Very excited to be here.
Absolutely. Glad that you're able to make it. And yeah, so we got a range of topics we want to talk about. I think we also had a couple of folks join. It looks like Thanos Copter, how's it going? Thank you for meeting up.
Also, my co-host, Lucia Johnny, is here. That's my co-host for Geek the F Out.
Nice. Well, very cool. Thank you for being here, too. And thank you, JJ. We appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's always cool when people notice the things that are not toy or collectible related. Gotta I mean, there's, it's hard for people to believe, but I always got to say, I'm far more multifaceted than just toys and collectibles. Believe it or not,
Same.
that's a small percentage of what's going on here day to day. So
Exactly. I know. Like I always joke that I've been now I'm blanking on the phrase. A jack of all trades. There we go.
yeah,
Just in general, like I'll wear makeup, but I love sports and I grew up being such a tomboy and like I like toys and I'm geeky, but I also love like science and more like I love astrology and stuff like that. Like there's so many different sides, and I think it's that way with everyone, but we kind of like to pigeonhole people into just one thing that they are. But we're all
yeah.
very multifaceted people.
Yeah, for sure. And I think, people that come onto this channel and yours too, I'm sure, they see this part of us and they assume that's like your entire identity. But
Yeah,
there's a lot more. It's just, this is the focus for this channel. Um,
exactly.
cool. So tell us a little bit about Geek the F Out.
Yeah, so I started it with my friend Johnny. It was actually his idea. He doesn't like to take credit, but it was his idea to do a Trek Retrek, which is our Star Trek show that we do every Thursday. And I really wanted to watch Star Trek. I love Star Wars. I love Ghostbusters, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter. Like I love all these other big fandoms, but I have never really gotten into Star Trek, and he's a big Star Trek fan. So he was like, what if we did kind of like a watch rewatch kind of thing and go episode by episode from the beginning? I'm like, yeah, I'm down. And then we talked about it more, and we were trying to figure out what platform to do it on. And, pretty much decided we kind of had to do YouTube, even though neither of us were like too excited about doing YouTube. Cause as it's a lot of work. And, there's also just kind of this weird stigma of being a YouTuber making content on YouTube too, unfortunately, which I think is dumb. But yeah, so we started recording some stuff, and then we were trying to figure out what our channel was going to be named, because we knew we wanted to do other stuff besides Star Trek. And eventually Johnny came up with the name as well. I give him props for that too. And he was like, what about Geek the F Out? I'm like, oh my God, I love that. Yeah, and so we wanted it to be open because we're obviously geeks of many other things. He's also a big toy collector too. And we just wanted it to be open to everything. So we started with the Trek Retrek every Thursday, and since then we've done a bunch of other different streams since then. Like we did one on the Spider-Verse movie, the Flash movie. We ended up doing Star Trek Strange New Worlds because it's a prequel to the original series. So we ended up starting that about halfway through this newest season. And then we covered Ahsoka. We're talking about Loki right now. And like we did an episode because I went to San Diego Comic-Con. So like we did an episode about that and my experience and showing off all the stuff I got, which seemed never ending because I got so much stuff, which most of it was actually artwork because I love Artist Alley. Yeah, and oh my gosh, we just did one on the fall of the House of Usher. So like, doing stuff for spoopy season, as I like to call it. So yeah, all sorts of stuff. And it's been super fun. We're just totally doing it for fun and happen to have already been kind of ingrained in a lot of these toy communities. So luckily we kind of already had a built-in audience in a way. Plus most of our friends, they have or some of our friends have toy channels, but they don't have an outlet to talk about like shows or movies or stuff. So it's been fun to collab with those people and have them reach out to us and be like, I really want to talk about like Ahsoka, or I really want to talk about Loki. I'm like, yeah, come on down.
Totally.
So yeah, it's been a lot of fun and excited to see where it goes. Obviously still very small. We just started in May. So, yeah, but it's been great, and it's been a fun, like, creative outlet, at least for me. I think it has been for Johnny as
For
well, but
sure, for sure.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
been
wish you
fun.
all the success in the world with the channel, and
Thank you.
that it
Yeah, but
continues to
I'm
grow, and yeah.
yeah. In terms of toys, though, I'm definitely relatively new to the toy world. Yeah, one of my friends has a channel, and I was watching him the last couple of years, and probably about a year and a half ago, I started, like, actually picking up things because I had already gotten stuff from Comic Cons, but didn't know too much about toys, and I was just so fascinated by it and by this whole other world of toys, and I've always loved learning, and, I just slowly caught on, and it has escalated, and I have now backed the HasLab for Ghostbusters. So it has
Nice.
gotten to that point. But yeah, I'm still relatively new, so I don't know everything, but I do know quite a bit more than when I, was first watching
Nice.
these channels and stuff.
It's awesome. Yeah, no, I mean, toy
Yeah.
collecting is a journey, and it's definitely something anybody can get into at any time. And I would even argue that, I mean, I've been doing it a long time, but I'd argue that it's more exciting. It's easier to get excited for people that get into it later because, it's like a clean slate, and you know,
Yeah.
they can focus. There's so many toys that have been released over the last several decades that, somebody just coming into it can kind of focus in a little bit
Mhm.
more on the coolest stuff. So
Yeah. Yeah, and we were talking about it the other day, and there's kind of these I don't think like, there's definitely some people that like to, like, gatekeep toy collecting, but I think there's also these milestones that we hit, kind of like when you get your first HasLab or your first crowdfund, or when you accidentally pre-order something twice, and like
yeah,
stuff like that, like all these little things that you do that other toy collectors can relate to. So I think it's fun. We definitely want to do something with that soon, actually.
nice.
Yeah, and it's fun to commiserate with other toy collectors about those things, like, "Oh, I just got this in, and then I found out I ordered it from this other place too," or, and
It
yeah, it's
happens.
fun. Yeah, exactly. It does happen.
Absolutely. Oh, cool. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
And that was going to be my next question, is to tell us about your toy journey. So thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah, I started what the first one that I actually went for. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to reach it without knocking over things, but it's up there. It's not the green Egon, but back there's a Spirit Dirt Farmer from Plastic Geek. Because I'm really a
Oh,
big fan of things that are different colors than they're supposed to be, or if they're translucent or glow in the dark. I love glow in the dark.
yeah,
I'm a
yeah.
big
I mean,
fan.
for sure. Like
And it
even as
started off Oh,
yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
no, glow in the dark is just awesome. I was gonna say, like, as a little kid, like if it
Mhm.
was glow in the dark, then it was 10 times cooler than any other toy.
Mhm. It is. Like, I just got, at a toy show, almost a month ago now, I got a, Super 7 Slash, and oh my gosh, that thing glows. Like, you can turn the lights back on, and it is still glowing. It is so cool. So, so cool.
Nice. Love that. And it looks like, from what I can see, like Ghostbusters is a big part of what you have. Is that, would you say,
Yeah.
like, the
Well,
biggest focus?
I have them set up, because of our stream we did a stream Monday. Oh, hi, Nugget. I love dogs. We did a
She's
stream Monday, with, Phantasm toys, and we did a giveaway of the Destructor, as I like to call it, which is now not in this anymore, but she's
nice.
up there. Um, so I put a bunch of my Ghostbuster stuff, but behind me, there's um a bunch of like Marvel and Captain America, like you can see the shield right there. But I'm also going to be rearranging things, so I decided to leave them up because it's kind of chaotic behind these. Like I have Bob's Burgers stuff. This is going to be Star Wars, as you can see a little BB-8 here. This is Harry Potter down here, and then up
Nice.
there, Lord of the Rings. There's my Lego Rivendell, which first Lego ever, and I dropped $500.
Nice.
Which, Brick, who's in the chat, I got it before we started our channel, and,
Uh-huh.
I reached out to him. I was like, "Hey, so I'm getting this $500 Lego set. Do you think we could do some kind of, like, stream about it?" Because I knew nothing about Lego. I just loved Lord of the Rings and thought it was amazing, and so we did a whole series on that, and I would, like, build while we're talking, and he would teach me about Lego, and we talk about Lord of the Rings. And that was a lot of fun, and I think a big part of it too is that this community, I've made so many friends, and it's, I've always been a geek slash nerd, and, I've found that I am myself most with those people, and also, I feel like we've all been through similar shit, especially if you grew up as a geek slash nerd, probably went through some bullying and stuff, unfortunately, and we all can, like, commiserate and come together and geek
Yeah.
out about similar things, and it's really nice. It's really
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, for sure. The community is one of the best aspects of, being a YouTuber, being a collector, having an online presence when it comes to that world. But yeah, and I feel like it's actually gone easier. Yeah, because when I was a kid too, like if you were like collecting toys, like beyond like fourth grade, or you were like into that kind of stuff, like yeah, you would get labeled that way. But I feel like,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's 100% the case, but I do think it's gone easier in some
Yeah.
respects. Like it's actually a few years back, like I felt like it was actually kind of even like trendy and like cool to be labeled
Yeah.
like a geek or a nerd or to be collecting stuff. So
I
that's kind of
think it
changed
has.
a little bit. But yeah, no, my dog is had to be picked up apparently, so she is
Oh,
hanging out right here.
the baby. What's her name?
Her name is Dixie.
Dixie.
Say
Is
hello.
she a wiener dog?
Yes, she is. Want to say hi?
My
Can't see.
baby. My, like, best friend from college, her family has 2, well, had 2 wiener dogs, and one of them sadly passed away, but, oh,
Oh,
they're so cute. She's so cute.
yeah, she's like a baby, basically.
You're a
She
baby.
acts like
I know,
one.
I call all dogs puppies, and it's always so funny to me when the owner's like, "No, no, no, they're, like, 3." I'm like, "They're puppy."
Yeah, she's 9, but she still acts like a puppy,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, so
Do you act like a
cute.
puppy? Do you?
She's like, "Yes. Yes, mom."
Want to go to the floor? Want to go to your bed?
No.
Want to stay here?
Hold me forever.
As long as you
She's
don't
so
press
cute.
buttons, 'cause like last time she was
Oh,
here,
yeah.
I forget who my guest was, but she hit something on the keyboard and it pulled me out of the live stream completely.
Oh, no. Oh
So
my
please
gosh.
don't keep your paws off the desk, please. Thank you. Um, cool. So let's see who's joined in. LBT Electric Dino, how you doing? Good to see you. I think I also saw a comment here. Very nice comment about your makeup. Yeah, about your makeup.
Thanks, Duchess.
And thank you, JJ. I appreciate that. And we'll talk about R3 in just a little bit here. Yeah, and the dog. Yeah, she's another
More guests.
another guest. And yeah, she is very loving right now because she got a puppy patty from In-N-Out a little while ago, so she's happy. She's very
Yum.
happy.
Yum.
So I do want to talk about R3V8 for just a moment here. So R3V8, you got, if you guys are tuning in 2 weeks ago, I talked about R3V8 and how I had gone to Disneyland to Galaxy's Edge, and for the first time ever, I went to Droid Depot and I built my own droid. And it was an amazing experience. I had a blast doing it. And my niece and my sister were there, and they helped me to pick out some parts for R3V8. Now the name, of course, it's an R3 unit because the dome is clear, and V8 because I intended it to be like the mechanic of my car. That's like his backstory. But if anybody remembers, he actually looked a little different. I'll go ahead and show a picture here of what he looked like before. Just up until yesterday, actually, he He looked a little bit different. So I'm gonna pull this up from my Instagram. This is what R3 looked like up until yesterday. So now R3V8 more properly matches my car. I was able to do a little bit more by actually ordering 2 more droids and swapping some parts around. And I have a full video coming next week, and that's what next week's video is. I try to do a video a week lately. And so it's going to be focusing on customizing your Droid Depot droids using stock parts, using optional parts you can buy at Droid Depot. So I'll just show them right here. As you guys can see, he's now got the white body. He has some more red parts. He's got some silver parts on him. And yeah, he looks rad now. He matches my car a lot better. I'm happier with him. And in next week's video, you guys will get to see the other 2 droids that joined the collection for this to happen and how they look. How they looked before and how they look now after making those changes. But yeah, R3 is very happy with the updates. Right, R3? You like your updates? I'll take that as a yes. I'll take that as a yes. Yeah. The dog's just here looking at him like, who are you? What are you doing? Why are you here? Why are you taking attention away from me? Yeah, so that'll be next week's video.
He looks great.
Thank you. He looks good. A question here from Brick something. What personality chip is he using? So he has the purple smuggler chip, and that's what gives him those. I feel like it's almost like a baby cooing type noise that he has. Yeah, it's cute.
He wants to be out on the convo.
Yeah, he's happy. He likes the way he looks, right? Yeah, looking really good. Thank you, R3. Santa reminds me of Chopper. Yeah, so it is that smuggler chip. So it does have a little bit of that, like the smuggler chips, because you can get resistance chips, smugglers, personality chips, or first order. And the smuggler ones do have that more like, I almost want to say kind of like, I don't want to say neutral because I feel like R2D2 would be more neutral than anything else. But like, yeah, they definitely have more of like a chopper, type sound. So, yeah, that's what's going on.
I was gonna say, I got this little guy. I think I have to turn off my don't minimize background noise and able to, but he like makes similar noises. There we go.
Nice.
I just got him at Walmart for, I don't know, $10-15, but he's so cute. And I got the BB-8. I still need to find the R2D2 one though. Just reminded me of that though, so I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna pull him out."
Nice. Yeah, that's cool. Jason, I wish Disney offered an Imperial Mouse Droid. They actually do. I don't know if they still sell it, but they used to sell a radio control mouse droid. I know there's videos on YouTube showcasing it, but I don't have it. But I'd love to get that at some point if they still make it. Adam sounds like a laid back and less anxious droid than R2. Yeah, I mean, he sounds a little too laid back, I would say. Like, he kind of sounds like nothing's going to faze him. So hopefully with my driving, that's true. Time will tell. All right, very cool. So I'll have that video up on Tuesday. It's already been filmed. It'll go up on Tuesday, you guys. All right, so next thing, we're going to talk about new toy news and reveals, starting with the Jurassic World Hand Collection Dr. Wu and Lab set. This is a kind of a big deal because this is a Mattel Creations item. This is something that fans have been asking for a long time. Years ago, it was actually rumored that they were going to do a Dr. Wu figure with a lab, but it was going to be based on Jurassic World. It was going to come with a Stiggy Moloch dino. And now we know what they're actually doing with this particular release, which is $30 and launches next Thursday, November the 9th at 9 a.m. Pacific time, exactly when I'm at work. I'll have to figure that one out. But
Oh,
I might have to
no.
send my evil twin in for that to try and do that for me. But what did you think of this one, Kayla, when you saw that they were going to do this release?
The first image I saw was of the DNA dude, which I love Dino DNA. I quote that a lot, and I just say, "Dino DNA." And, once again, I love translucent, and he just, checks all those boxes. But then I saw that it came with Doctor Wu and, like, the whole lab scene. I've always loved that lab scene. I grew up I love Jurassic Park. It was actually the first movie I saw in theaters when I was 6 months old. My parents took me, and somehow I didn't disturb anyone. Um, so it's always kinda had a special place in my heart, but, the face is okay, but I think it's a cool concept and, $30, amazing for
Mhm.
what you get out of it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have any complaints.
Yeah, it's I'm so excited they're introducing this figure into the line because they've actually done some pretty deep cuts. There's things like Roland Timbo, which was released in the Legacy Collection. There's things like Donald Gennaro, which was released for Hammond Collection back at Comic Con last year, and that was kind of like
Mhm.
unexpected. So yeah, Dr. Henry Wu is really cool. I agree that I don't think he looks perfect. I feel like his jaw's a little too squared off or something. Um,
Yeah.
but
There's just something off.
yeah, it's a little bit
I
off,
don't know.
but not
It's all the
terrible.
accessories are cool, though.
Yeah, my biggest gripe I would say with this set is that it doesn't have the proper incubator. It has like a little, I don't even know what you would call
Oh,
this.
yeah.
It kind of looks, it doesn't look anything like the one in the movie. It looks more like, it kind of looks like if you've ever been in a parking lot, like at a store, and sometimes they have those like those tall things that kind of like use as a barrier so you don't like crash into like the curb. Yeah, I'm busy. Crash into the curb.
Yeah, oh
Um,
my god, it totally does.
yeah, or even like a trash can or something. I don't know, something. But yeah, so
Yeah.
that's my biggest gripe. I think the Mr. Doctor DNA, Mr. DNA figure looks great. That's kind of a unique
Mhm.
inclusion, unexpected. But I kind of would have preferred proper incubator. But that's just me. That's just
That's fair. That's fair. I'm in it for the ride. But I can
yeah,
now I won't be able to unsee that now though. But, I think like what, Johnny just said in the chat, I think most people are excited for Mr. DNA.
yeah.
I mean, honestly, if I had to pay $30 just to buy him, I would buy him. Like, that sounds
It's
crazy,
hard
but
to. Yeah, I can't disagree with that.
yeah. Yeah, it's fun and I like how it's a whole, like, scene, there's as much as accessories can add to, like, the playability of toys, it's just different when you have a scene to build it around, so I think that's a really cool feature and part of it.
Yeah, definitely. It is a neat set. I'm
Mhm.
definitely planning on getting it. I'm probably gonna get two to be honest, because that's usually what I do.
Ooh, okay.
Um, but yeah, no, it's definitely cool. I'm glad they're doing this. I'm glad they're keeping the
Yeah.
momentum going with more toys. All right. So in addition to
Yeah.
that, there was another, or rather, there were more Jurassic World reveals. And I don't know if these are properly like press released or if they were
I was gonna
just,
say, I don't know if I know about these.
yeah, well, let's take a look. So these come from my pal Collect Jurassic's Instagram page. And there's several things here. I guess we'll start with this right here. Now I was on the Jurassic Park podcast live stream on Wednesday and we did talk about these a little bit. This
Mhm.
is like, I'm not a big Lego collector myself. I have a few
Oh,
sets, but this is from the new, supposedly from the new animated Jurassic show. I think it's called Chaos
okay.
Theory. Um, so yeah, it has characters from Camp
Cute.
Cretaceous at a later stage in their lives, apparently. Um,
Mhm.
It's a fun little set. Comes with a few different characters there, some dinos, some neat little things.
Mhm. Yeah, that's
Um,
cute. Definitely
yeah,
like a kid's set, but I would also enjoy it.
oh yeah,
Um, yeah, I don't know. Also, like, baby dinos, like, how can you say no to baby dinos? They're so stinking cute.
yeah, for sure. It's got Darius and Sammy from Camp Cretaceous, so nice to see them in
Cute.
the set. There's also this new line called Bite Club. Haha, Bite Club. And yeah, some of the accessories are questionable, I would say.
It's
Um,
poop. And
yeah,
I love how it's, like, making the motion of kicking it like dogs do.
I know, that's hilarious.
That's so funny.
When I saw this accessory, I thought that was something else. I mean the wind. I thought it was wind. I didn't think it was dirt when I first saw it.
Oh,
So I had a different interpretation. But yeah, I mean it's I wouldn't personally collect these, but it's cool that they're still like trying to do new things with this line after all these
yeah.
years.
Yeah, it's crazy after 30 years, they're still thinking of things. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure. And then we get into this stuff here. These are new dinos. This is the Epic Attack line. This is more like the mid-range. I think these are the $15 price point dinosaurs.
Oh.
This is a Baryonyx. And I think this one looks pretty cool. I was talking to Brad on Jurassic Park podcast on Wednesday, and I expressed that to me, this looks kind of like the old. For anybody that's watching, that can remember these, the Imperial Tyrannosaurus Rex. They had like the yellow and the green and like the red on the lips, on the mouth. It looked like that. So this doesn't look like the movie Baryonyx, but it does look like it's interesting that they didn't choose to do it based on the movie. It's like different. There's also Pyroraptor, Epic Attack. And yeah, I think these are a
Ooh.
little bit smaller, I want to say. I don't think they're the $15. I think they might be more like the $10 price range. So
Okay.
Pyroraptor, these have like the light up damage, because apparently back when the dinosaurs were alive, whenever they got attacked, their organs would light up. Interesting. I know, it's
I
weird, isn't
didn't
it?
I didn't
Um,
know about that. I love
yeah,
dinosaurs. I had no idea.
yeah,
That's
I
really
didn't know.
cool.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that either. Herrerasaurus, nothing special there. I'm probably not planning to get these. But one of the cooler, or two of the really cool sets that were announced or leaked,
Ooh.
or, again, I don't know exactly how it happened. But we have this from the Legacy Collection, which will probably be a Target exclusive. There's the Isla Sorna Expedition Pack, which is kind of cool because it has a Dieter Stark action figure from the Lost World Jurassic Park. And it's really cool that
Ooh.
they're not ignoring the sequels. They're still doing figures. They're expanding. This is kind of more a deep cut when it comes to Jurassic
Yeah.
figures. So it's cool
I
that he's there.
personally yeah, I love the sequels. I loved Jurassic Park 3. I mean, I was, what, 7 or 8 when it came out or something like that. But I remember I had to beg my parents to let me go see it because it was PG-13. And I, like, wrote up all this stuff about it, and, oh my gosh, I was so excited about it, and I just absolutely loved it, so I'm sure there's a bit of nostalgia bias
Yeah.
for myself, but I love them, and that's cool that they're finally doing the sequels a bit.
Yeah, yeah, definitely nice that they're expanding it. This has a Raptor. I will say this truck looks a little bit Fisher priced, so to speak. It looks a little like scaled
Yeah.
down, like the
Yeah, it
proportion of it's
does.
kind of unusual.
Mhm.
And I'm not sure exactly how secure that Raptor is back there. I personally wouldn't trust it, but if it works for Mattel, then I guess it works. So either way, fun release, and especially for that figure that's going to be in that set and the compies that come with it.
Yeah.
And that's not all. There's one more. There's one more Legacy Collection item, and this one is a really cool. It's a Barry Simbene in the ATV Chase Pack, which is based on
Nice.
Jurassic World. And again, I'm really glad they're continuing, this thing with Dr. Wu, Dieter Stark, and now Barry, because, Barry was in 2 of the Jurassic World films and definitely
Mhm.
deserves a figure. So it's really nice that he's coming out with an ATV. The Raptor, I can take
That's
it or
cool.
leave it, but the
Yeah.
ATV itself. totally going to be worth the price of admission. So I am excited about this set.
That's really cool. Yeah, I had not seen any of these. That's awesome.
Yeah, good stuff for Jurassic for sure. Good stuff for Jurassic. All right, so I'll do a quick run through the comments here before we move on to Star Wars. But Thanos Copter saying, I've told my boss several times I'm going to be late to make sure I can grab him at teleportations. Nice. Yeah, I wish I could do that, but I can't. Peak Obi-Wan, this is a perfect addition to add to the line. I agree. Everyone seems to be most excited about Mr. DNA. I totally agree with that. That's been my sense as well. New things like that are always welcome. We can't always take it too serious. Love Mr. DNA as a whole. Yeah, I mean, he was never a 3D character in the film, but now he's a 3D figure. So maybe he somehow, I don't know, he came to life, right? I found a way with Mr. DNA.
Indeed.
Yeah, this is all these are all fun stuff, fun toys. All right, shall we move on to Star Wars?
Yes, indeed. I also wore my Ahsoka shirt.
Nice. Love it. So we're going to talk MCM Comic Con London reveals. When I was live streaming last Friday on Social Hour, I said, hey, this 1027 Hasbro things was pretty bad. I was going to use another word, but it was pretty bad for Star Wars. But part of it was that they had London Comic Con and they were saving the reveals for that. Which, as I said last week, why not spread the events out so that you can have a little bit better of a showing. But in any case, there were some neat things that were shown, and we're going to show these right now from London Comic Con. And these photos are coming from Entertainment Earth of those new reveals. If you'd like to get these on Entertainment Earth or anything that's in stock, you can use the code Victoria, just like this. And you can get 10% off your order and free shipping. So if it's in stock, use that code Victoria. But yeah, so the items here from Entertainment Earth, these were the new reveals for the vintage collection from London Comic Con. So there is a case that has these fellows right here. We get Count Dooku, which is is obviously the most exciting release here. Finn with photoreal. It's a repack of the 2015 figure. Cassian Andor repack of the 2016 figure, but now with photoreal. And then a Phase 2 Clone Trooper, which is the same figure we just got, but with a Phase 1 helmet. So what's interesting about this, however, is that this is a case of 4. And usually when Hasbro sells, I buy the cases because I like to get everything in one, fell swoop and just have everything in mint condition. I usually order a case. The cases always have 8. In this case, no pun intended, there are 4 included in the case. And that's interesting. So it's basically like half the price, but it has 4 instead of 8. And I still ended up ordering 2 because I still want one to open, one to keep carded. So it worked out the same anyway. But so that is an interesting thing. I don't know if that'll be the same thing going forward or like a new thing they're introducing, or it's just for this wave. But it sounds like this wave is an online fan channel exclusive. So that's Amazon, that's Entertainment Earth, Big Bad Toy Store, Hasbro Pulse, all of those guys. Kayla, do you collect the vintage collection at all?
I do have some of them. They're kind of thrown back there for now. Like I said, I'm gonna be moving things around. I actually just got Cassian at a toy show recently, and I have a little Luke, I have an Ahsoka, I have a few that I've gotten so far, and I really like them. They're cute. The accessories though are tiny, and I did get a hint from Rick to get one of these boxes to organize them, which really comes in handy. But yeah, they're super, super tiny. I'm like, these will get lost in the abyss one day. But I think they're fun. I don't know about the face of this Cassian in particular. I don't know, he, like, looks good sometimes, but I don't know, then other times, I don't know, there's something a little bit off.
Yeah,
I'm just like,
I
"It's
mean,
fine."
yeah, it is. It's not great to be honest, and this
Yeah,
is
I hear
this
that.
is a 2016 figure that they're slapping photoreal on it, which is something they started doing like in 2017, 2018. It was right
Mhm,
after the vintage collection return they started doing it, and the first time around the figure did not have the photoreal.
mhm.
Um, so yeah, the just putting photoreal on an older head doesn't necessarily make it great. Because they
Yeah.
have done some really nice Kazians in the last year from the Andor series, and they should have really just used one of those heads instead of doing this. Because yeah,
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 I don't know, like, if you just, like, quickly look at it, you're like, "Okay, that's fine," but the more you look, I feel like the worse it gets.
exactly.
Here's I found my little Ahsoka too.
Exactly. It's a very peculiar one, for
Mhm.
sure. I do think that, Finn maybe looks marginally better. I mean, I wouldn't say like
Yeah.
it's a huge difference. I mean, because again, it's an older head and they just applied this near paint technique on it, so it doesn't always result in the best results.
Mhm.
Some, but it looks a little better, I guess,
Yeah.
than
I'm not sure what it looked like before, but looks
yeah,
okay now.
not not too different. What I was really eager to see though was the card because it's a
Hmm.
circular base. It's not bad, but the thing is, they did Ray and back in 2018, and she was like on a Jakku card. So it's like, why not just match them up together? Put them in Jakku. But um, they really should have included the lightsaber here, and a nicer film out image that has the lightsaber. I think it would have done a lot better because I don't think a
Mhm.
lot of people are going to buy this because it just didn't it really pegworm the first time around.
Hmm.
So they should have mixed it up a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, the decisions sometimes make no sense, as I've learned, but
Yeah,
I feel like there's always, people like me that are just getting into it, and they're like, "Oh, Finn, I'll get that," like, they won't know about any of the history or anything.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
I think that's what they bank on a lot of the time, or just, like, kids that see it in the store, and they're like, "I want that."
yeah, yeah. We'll see. 'Cause I don't think those are going to hit stores, but we'll see what happens.
Mhm,
This though, I don't understand why this would be a fan channel release because this is going to be a popular one. I mean, people like to army build, so this one really should have been in the main line. I would argue. But it's the Phase One Clone Trooper. It's the same exact figure we got earlier this year, which had the Phase Two helmet. Now it's got the Phase One helmet. It's a cool release. But not a particularly exciting one just because they have been doing a lot more clones lately and they're not always necessarily
mhm.
the most in demand versions of the clones.
Yeah.
But we got those. We also have, and again, I mentioned this was the most exciting, and it is because people have been asking for this for many years at this point. Vintage Collection
Mhm.
Count Dooku. We finally got to see what he looks like. And I think he looks really good.
He does
Um,
look really good. The
yeah,
face is a little dark. I don't know if I'm especially compared to the hands when I'm looking at it. Um, just
yeah,
like a wee bit.
yeah. I don't know if
Like,
that's
that looks
the
better in that picture, but,
Yeah, I don't know if it's the lighting or what, but yeah, it looks a little strange.
like, that
Um,
looks more close to the hand, but definitely still looks too dark for
yeah, it
him.
looks a little odd. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, it looks
A
looks
little
nice though. It's nice that we're
Yeah,
finally
it
getting a
looks
new count
great.
because the last Count Dooku they did was like for what was 2005. So it's been a minute. So
Yeah,
yeah, and I
yeah.
know they re-released him in 2009 or 2010 with the new head in the Legacy collection, but it was still the same figure basically.
Mhm.
But yeah, and for that one, the card does look really nice. I'm really happy with the image they chose. I think that looks great.
That's cool. And it's like he's lightning himself.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It is nice that he has like at least one lightning effect in there. You could put that on the figure,
Yeah,
change out the
that's cool.
hand. Yeah, so that is cool. That is cool. So I think that was it for the vintage collection. They also going to Black Series.
Carson.
Yeah, Carson Teva's helmet
Yay. So
is
awesome.
now up for pre-order. And I think this is a repaint of the Luke X-Wing helmet that they did for Trapper Wolf. Now they're doing it, and they did it for gosh, what's his name? For Merrick from Rogue One. They did a version for him. Now they're doing one for Carson Teva, which is pretty cool.
Mhm.
Pretty
It
cool.
looks awesome. Not
And
quite there yet in my collecting. I don't know if I will ever be. I know there's some people that, yeah, have to buy every helmet, but
yeah,
I think it's awesome, and now we need a actual Carson Teva figure that's not just the bust of him. Like, he's been in so many of the shows now,
I
he needs
know.
a figure.
I
He
think
needs
he'll
a
get
figure.
one. I think
Yeah,
it'll just a matter of time. They got the body. I'm sure they'll do the head and repaint the helmet. It's an easy low
yeah,
hanging fruit. They got to do that.
gotta
And
do
for
it.
Black Series, there were two figures. So finally getting Little Annie himself
Aw.
in the Black Series after all this time. Black Series began in 2013. So, we're finally getting, and he looks cute. Like, I love the freckles on his face. Um,
Oh, yeah, I didn't notice that before, that's really cute.
yeah, it's nice. It's nice. I don't buy all the Black Series. I used to years back, but now I pick and choose because there's so many, and the vintage collection is my focus. But
Mhm.
yeah, I did pre-order Anakin because he's not only is it Anakin,
Nice.
but I just love the way it looks. I think he looks fabulous. They did a great job.
Yeah, they did do a good job with this one, and, I have a couple Black Series, but yeah, I as I've learned, they're very hit or miss. Like, I ended up ordering the Shin Hati and the Balin ones, even though, like, Balin looked better, but Shin looked really bad, but I was like, I have to for her."
Yeah,
Sometimes you just got
definitely.
it because that's what's available.
Yeah. In addition to Anakin, there's also finally they're going to do another Padme. They've only done one in all these years, and this one is based on Phantom Menace, of course,
Mhm.
which is nice. I was hoping, and I still hope that they do like a proper Queen Amidala that has like the red gown and the headdress and all that. But
Oh, that'd
it's
be so
nice that they're at
cool.
least doing another one. And she looks pretty good. I don't know if it's 100% spot on quite yet,
Yeah.
um, but it
Her, like,
definitely is welcome.
forehead is just so big.
Yeah, it doesn't look
I don't
100%
I don't
dialed
think
in
it's
yet.
yeah, I don't know if it's the forehead or just, like, the space in between her eyes and her hairline, it's just so far away.
It is a
Yeah,
little odd,
hopefully
yeah.
it'll get a little touch up maybe.
One can only hope.
Yeah, straight on doesn't look bad.
Yeah, straight on doesn't look bad. It's like that, like more at
Yeah,
the
that
angle where it looks
angle.
a little unusual
Mhm,
for
mhm.
whatever reason.
Yeah,
Um, yeah. So yeah, those are the reveals from London Comic Con for Star Wars.
awesome. I know I knew some people that were there, and I was living vicariously through them. Looked like a lot of fun.
Here's a comment from Adam about Geonosis having intense UVs. Maybe that's why he looks like that. Building off of this
Yeah.
comment about maybe he's been practicing too much because of UV lightsabers. I wonder if they are. I have no idea. Allison saying that the dark side is getting a smoky all over his face.
Just, like, started with smoky eye and then just went, "Ugh."
Yeah, yeah, he got too frustrated. I don't think Sith
Yeah.
Lords have that much patience. I think that's the problem is.
No.
Um, Tony Figs, how's it going?
Hello.
Allison also saying, I'm a sucker for a thin figure. I like to grab them. He's not quite Leia Padme. Must have for me, but close. Nice. Very nice. And Mary. So Mary says she did use the Victoria code and got the 1/6 Nosferatu from Costume Plaza. Very cool. Very cool. Congrats on that. That's quite a purchase too, Mary. Happy you were able to use that and that you got something awesome like that. Very nice. I need like 7 of the Padme so I can swap and have all the handmaidens from the end of the movie. Yeah, yeah, that would be cool. Adam, we need all the mandalas. Yes, we do. Absolutely. She's kind of scowling. They picked a weird face.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too. The facial expression is a
Something
little,
about it.
and it is a prototype basically, so it's not the final thing. Occasionally they'll go back and revise things slightly with these, but not
Yeah.
always. We'll see.
Let's hope so.
It's darker from the sand. It gets everywhere. Coarse
Does.
and rough and gets everywhere. Yep. All right. So other toy news. I'm going to flip it over. We're continuing. It's Star Wars still, but we're going to switch over here to my friend Jason Yakface is Instagram and see what else is new that wasn't part of London Comic Con. So this is now available from it is a Hasbro Pulse and Shop Disney exclusive. I did see this at Comic Con this year, and it's fabulous. The Chewbacca Life Day figure. This is the very first official Hasbro / Kenner product that's ever been released based on the Star Wars Holiday Special. So it went up.
I didn't realize that. That's awesome.
Yeah. So I ordered 3 of them because I'm a weirdo. But really it's because I feel like it was a valid reason, and I'll explain. One to open, of course, one to keep carded, of course. And also, I don't know, nobody's really talking about this, but this is a brand new Chewbacca head sculpt. Like it'll serve as a regular Chewbacca in another scene in the collection. So yeah. So I mean I had to do it because
Yeah. Now I want him.
He's great. He's great. I know some
He
people
didn't
are
sell
like,
out, right?
I don't think so. I know some
Okay.
people are like, it's the kind of thing you either love it or hate it, but I mean, I love it. And this is such an easy one. I mentioned before, I mentioned this to Hasbro at Comic Con. I said during my Q&A, I said, hey, you guys are releasing Life Day Chewbacca. Okay, now you're going to do this brand new Pipeline to A New Hope Leia. All right, put her in on another card for the holiday special, maybe with a different head sculpt, singing the song, the Life Day song, and we're set. We're set. So
We're good to go.
we'll see. Yeah. So yeah, that was an exciting one for me. Also, this guy right here is up for pre-order at Target. This is one of the Holiday Black Series figures. I did order the first round a couple years back. This round I haven't touched at all. I don't know if I'm going to. I mean, I'd love to, but it's just like there's so much stuff to buy. So that's if anybody's interested in that. The other thing is this latest Black Series Obi-Wan from the Obi-Wan Kenobi series is now shipping from Walmart. So it's shipping and it's also in stock. If anybody wants to pick that up, it is in stock now. And I think that basically is that for Star Wars. Those are all the news, all the releases for this week. We covered it all.
Amazing. I know. I feel like they've just been like trickling things out from show to show. But yeah, I think they're gonna get a break for a little bit. I don't really think there's anything coming up for a while, sadly. But those holiday ones are a lot of fun. Like I said before, anything that's different, that's not the way it's supposed to be. Like I think I saw the little holiday Lego set with them. I think it was Lego or something like that. And I was like, ooh, that's it's tempting me. It's definitely tempting me for sure.
For sure. For sure.
Oh,
And I want to
that's
correct
right.
something really quick. Allison, thank you for mentioning this. This is our first non-Boba holiday special figure. Yes, so yes, I stand corrected. So there was back in the 30th anniversary collection, 2007, 2008. They did release a Boba Fett in the holiday special colors, but it was not marketed as holiday special. It was just kind of
Oh.
like Boba Fett in a new costume kind of thing.
Huh.
So this is the first, not the first holiday special specific figure because of that, but it is the first like actively marketed holiday special item.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. That is awesome. I love seeing it. Acolyte's next, right? I hope so. Shoot, I want to see a trailer for Acolyte. I really do.
I know.
I really
I want
do.
to see a trailer for a lot of things.
I know. I want to see.
Stupid strike.
Yes, I know. All right, cool. Well, there's some news about the HasLab.
Yes. Did it hit 12K? I haven't looked recently.
Indeed it did, Kayla, indeed it did.
Yes.
So we'll
Amazing.
take a look at its progress right here. So let's see. This was when I opened this window, which was hours ago. Now it was at 12,012. Now it's at 12,064. So I grabbed a few more.
Okay.
So yes, we've hit it's funded, first of all. So
Yeah.
congrats, Hasbro, on
Woo,
another
woo.
successful Ghostbusters HasLab campaign. And
Mhm.
we've hit the very first stretch goal, which I'm going to be honest, I'm not fully comprehending the stretch goals just because of how they're named.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. These are interesting to say, especially the first one, to say the least.
yeah.
Like, stickers, it seems like a I don't know, I was very into the makeup YouTubers for a while, and there were some that would do I don't know, just kind of like special things for the holidays or Halloween, and they would be like, "Oh, if you order this much, you get a freebie," and the freebie was stickers, and everyone would just riot about it, and I feel like this was
yeah.
very similar where, this could have been something like it's still cool, like, don't get me wrong, this stuff is still cool, and I still want it, um, but yeah, it's hard when it's, like, paper and a patch, essentially, you know?
Yeah, this one is it's
I
weird. I
know
mean,
yeah.
I don't,
I
you know,
think it helps that we know that the other tiers will get hit, probably, most likely.
yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
think yeah, I think it would be different if the other
100%.
tiers were similar kind of vibe, or this was maybe the 2nd or 3rd tier, and people would be like, "No, we don't need that." But this one is just I don't know, it's cute, but I don't
Right.
know.
For me, these are the kind of
Something else.
things that I'll open the box and I'll find them, I'll look at them once, and I'll just put them back in the box. Like, I'm not gonna or put them in a drawer or something, like, I'm not gonna do anything with these. They're cool. Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
you could use the patch by sewing it on something, you could use
yeah.
the little
I think the other
diagram,
patch is really cool.
you could frame the
Um,
diagram. Yeah, you could use
yeah.
the stuff, it's usable, but, like, for me personally, like, that's not really my kind of thing, so I probably just wouldn't do anything with them. Um, Adam,
Yes.
this tier is critical to testing your psychic abilities, yes. Um, yeah, so I'm, whatever. I know they're all gonna unlock with this. I mean, it's
Mhm.
only been a week and, it's already on the first tier. The second tier is more exciting. You get a holster basically for the ghost trap.
Yep.
You get a patch that says HasLab. And
Yeah.
then the third one has probably the best patch, I would say. It's got the mini marshmallow
Yeah.
man with the
So
no,
cute.
yeah, it's got a holster for the PKE meter.
I didn't get the proton back, but I got someone's little burnt mini puffs. They were nice enough to sell them to me.
Nice.
I wish I was in on it when the proton pack came like, or aware of the toy community and everything when the proton pack came out, because now I'm deeply regretting not having it, but also I don't have the space for it. But this, I definitely have the space for because it is,
Yeah.
a lot
No, I
better.
have yeah, I did pick that one up. And I have the Neutrona one that was released a few years back. Um,
Mhm.
so I think once I get all this stuff, get the ghost trap, the PKE meter, I'm gonna have to do a costume. Why not? I mean, I'd
Yeah.
have to at that point. I'll have all
Yes, exactly.
the essential equipment.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely have to.
yeah. So
Should make
this
a
is
whole
really cool.
video.
Yeah, I'm really happy this funded and that it did it, really quickly. And the stretch goals, who
Mhm.
knows? If we hit all the stretch goals, maybe they'll announce another stretch goal, which would be
Hopefully.
awesome. But yeah,
Yeah,
no,
and I
this is
think there's gonna be more stuff coming for sure for the movie,
yep.
for sure.
Yeah, there will be.
I hope so.
There will be.
Take my money.
Yeah, and I hope I know I've mentioned this a bunch of times, but I hope they bring back the plasma series and the retro
Yeah.
collection because, those retro figures, I had them when I was a kid. I love them. Those are some of my favorite toys ever. And I just want them to keep that line going. I mean, they've probably got a bunch of them, so keep it going. I
Mhm.
want the real Ghostbusters and plasma series. I know I say it every time, but I do.
Yes.
And yeah, yeah.
Definitely.
Speaking of Ghostbusters, I know that, I kind of teased this in previous weeks, but I've finally been made into an action figure. And I know I showed the figure previously here, but I didn't open the box. I just said, "Hey, I got my selfie series."
Mhm.
So back at San Diego Comic Con, I got scanned for the figure. Hasbro was doing this promotion where they called several outlets in and said, "Hey, we're going to scan you. You can pick your outfit and stuff." So I was like, "Okay, let's do it," because they've been doing selfie series for a few years now, and
Mhm.
initially I saw it and I was like, I don't know about that. I mean, it's a little pricey. It's not really. I don't think I would do it. But then they said, "Here, it's free." So like, okay, let's do it. Um,
I'll do anything if it's free.
yeah, and now I'm a believer in the selfie series because I know they've been spending time on refining the process. And it's really easy to do. You use a cell phone, you just kind of like scan yourself, and then you upload it to Hasbro Pulse, and they then make the figure. I had to wait a few months, like almost 3 months, but it's all good. I wasn't in a hurry to get it. And as I mentioned here on Instagram, this is basically going to come to fruition next year once I get my PKE meter, my ghost trap, and with the
Yeah,
proton pack and the neutrino wand, all I need is a jumpsuit at that point, and I can bring this to life. So it's a really
perfect.
weird case of when the collector becomes the collected. I never thought I'd be in that boat, but I got to say, Hasbro did a great job. If you guys want to check out the video, it is on the channel, this week's video. Me talking about that process of getting scanned and showing this figure in greater detail. So this was really cool. Thanks again, Hasbro. And yeah, if you guys want to check out your own selfie series, give it a look. You can go on Hasbro Pulse and see what options they have. There's different Marvel Legends, Ghostbusters, Power Rangers, Star Wars. They got different things going on. So
Yeah,
good
looks
stuff.
great. I'm glad they did updates for Selfie series too, because some of the I mean, there's been a couple for the series 2 that are okay, but for the most part, they look way better than series 1. Series 1
Yeah,
was some people it was like everyone kinda started looking the same at some point, especially the dudes.
yeah,
Um, yeah, that looks great. I love the hair. They nailed the
yeah. The
hair.
hair's great. Like I was especially like I know when I was picking it on the phone on the app when they showed it to me, I was like, okay, this is the closest. I mean, like I was trying to find like platinum blonde hair, and like this was like the closest that they had, and I was like, okay, so I'm gonna go with that. But it actually looks
Mhm.
really good. Like in person, like they did a really good job with it. Like
Yeah.
the styling of it, the makeup is like spot on. Like they did a good job. I'm really happy with how this turned out.
Oh, I'm glad it turned out so well. It looks
It,
great.
it does. It does. Yeah,
Mhm.
so I may pursue another one of these, maybe a Star Wars version when they offer more options for that at a later point. 'Cause
Yeah,
that'd be fun too, to have a Star Wars version of myself.
yeah. Such a
Nice.
such a cool idea. I know they kind of, promote it a little much, especially on their streams where you're like, "Okay, we've heard you talk about Selfie Series 10 times now." But I think it's a cool concept, and I think, like we were talking about before, for the, you know, everyday collector seeing it, they're like, "Oh, I can make myself into an action figure, amazing," and
Yeah,
I think that's a great concept.
totally. Adam, my selfie look like That's pretty funny. Um, I have a selfie series on point on Mandalorian. Very nice.
I didn't know
Would
that,
you
Johnny.
say that the cards are shocking? I see what you did there. We're different. I see what you did there.
That's
Um,
good.
yeah, so that's super cool. Super cool. All right. Cool. So we are at the point in the show now where we switch gears to our last real topic, and that is new acquisitions, things that we've
Mhm.
acquired over the past week. So I have a little stack of things here I want to show off from this week. But Kayla, did you get anything brand new added to your collection this week?
I did. I was hoping some more things would come, but they did not. But I got this blueberry which was shown off at Comic-Con, and I kinda wish I had got it at Comic-Con because I ended up pre-ordering it. Um, it's kinda hard to tell, but this is, like, textured, so this is shiny and then this is textured, which is really, really cool. As much as I unbox stuff, I'm a sucker for really cool packaging like that. Like, I love, Weta Mini Epics packaging. They're pretty awesome, but yeah, so this is the only one I've gotten, and I just realized I can open it.
Nice.
But he glows in the dark, so very excited about that
Heck
because
yeah.
love the glow in the dark. But oh my gosh, yeah, this packaging is really, really stinking cute.
It
They did a
is.
good job. And also, I think this is my first Jada figure, actually.
Ah,
So that's also exciting.
nice. So now you need Count Chocula and Frankenberry.
Yeah, I guess so. But the glow in the dark, it did it for me. I don't know if you follow Toy Sorceress at all, but she was like, "You have to get it. It glows in the dark." I'm like, "Fine." But now
Yeah,
I'm very glad I did. Like, I think I might have to keep this packaging.
for sure.
It's pretty
And
cool.
Jada also makes the classic Universal Monsters 6-inch figures, and those are really good too.
Yeah, I've heard good
That's cool.
things
They're
about those.
continuing the spooky trend. Do you want to see something here?
Yeah.
Ta-da!
Oh my god. Perfect.
Yeah, mine came in on Halloween, so I thought it was perfect.
I think yeah, mine came in Halloween too, 'cause I
Nice.
left to dog sit and it came and I was like, "Ah, I can't open you yet. I'll open you when I
Yeah,
get back."
it's great. I'm really happy with it. Yeah, it's awesome. And these are the kind of things I really want to open, but it's like you look at the box and it looks like the
I
cereal box, and you open it up and you can see the figure
just
and it's got the fake nutrition facts.
so
It's kind of
cute.
like, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna open it or not. I probably will,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
Especially 'cause you can just, like, display it like this, so you can still
Yeah,
see it. I don't know. I have to think about it. I'm
yeah, it's a
doing the
tough.
same thing with a couple other figures right now, including the Jurassic Park, Hot Wheels exclusive from SDCC because that packaging is really cool,
Mhm.
but, I think eventually I'll have to open some
Yeah,
just
for
for
sure.
space reasons.
You're making a Chester cheat. I didn't know about that one.
Yeah,
Huh.
they are.
Yeah, I might have to draw the line somewhere,
Yeah.
but yeah, some of these are definitely fun. Did you get anything else this week?
I did not. I have these Ghostbusters that, I got few weeks ago from a friend, gave me 3 of them, and then I had to get, Winston separately, because he was like, "I know you love Ghostbusters, do you have these? They glow in the dark." I'm like, "No, I need them though, because they glow in the dark." So,
Yeah,
kind of new, haven't gotten them technically this week, but,
nice.
very excited to open them
Yeah,
up, and then got these at a toy show, about a month ago that I also have to open up that I was saving for the stream we did Monday, but I got all 4 of them because I don't have any real Ghostbusters stuff, but the funny
yeah.
thing about it is I haven't even watched the real Ghostbusters yet.
Oh,
So, but I mean, they're cool. I'll watch it. I just haven't watched it yet, but I
yeah.
love Ghostbusters, so
Yeah,
I
that
had to
was
get
that was
them.
my good old days, like watching that and buying the toys.
Mhm.
And,
Mhm.
yeah,
If
I had
anyone
so
knows where I
many.
can watch it, let me know.
Yeah, it used to be on Netflix. I don't know if it still is. It was on
Hmm,
Netflix a few years ago. Um,
I'll
but
have to look it up.
yeah, no, I don't have all those for the plasma series because I had the regular versions.
Mm,
But I did get one of the glow in the dark slime figures, and that was Peter, because he got slimed in the movie. So I was like, if
mhm.
I'm gonna get one, it's got to be him.
That's like my one little Funko I have is Peter because he's slimed, and also because he came with the firehouse, which is
Yeah,
pretty cool. But had to get him for the slime.
yeah. But yeah, Ghostbusters is easily a top 5 movie. It's
Oh,
perfect.
and I technically got from Phantasm. They were doing a prototype, which I'm like,
Yes.
oh, prototypes. awesome. Plus, this is translucent, so it
That
is
is
their
rad.
terror tub. So I'm the only one that has this, which is pretty awesome.
Amazing.
And because we were doing a stream with them, they were nice enough to send me. So the destructor is up there, which comes with this little gargoyle ghost. But they sent me the gargoyle ghost in pink, which I was like, oh, that was
Nice.
so
That's
sweet of you.
cute.
So they just like threw it in there, and I was like, oh, you guys are awesome. But yeah, very very cute.
Love it.
And yeah, I'm the only one that has it. This is the actual one that they came out with, and it comes with slime and everything. So this is the actual one. It's sticking up a little high right now, but they did such a good job with it. And it comes with a little sponge and a little rubber ducky.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, very cool. They make
Definitely
some
some,
awesome stuff if you love
yeah.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
You'll love their
definitely some
stuff.
bragging rights right there. They're
Just a little
awesome.
bit.
Yeah, super cool. For those retro ones, like as a kid, like those the neutron streams would always break. That was always a problem as a kid.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, no, those are a lot of fun. Yeah, thanks for sharing those with us. Those are awesome.
Yeah.
As far as my other acquisitions, I've kind of like really cut back on Jurassic World. Other than the Hammond collection, other than the Legacy collection, I really cut back. But you know, Stegosaurus is my favorite dinosaur, and this isn't a Stegosaurus, but it's pretty close. This is a Chujangosaurus, and I think I'm saying that right. And I just liked the way it looked. I liked the colors, so I picked this guy up from
Looks
Amazon.
awesome.
Yeah, and there's a few others that they've released recently for this. I think it's a $10 price point, so it's pretty nice.
For $10,
so
yeah.
not bad for
Amazing.
$10. So I got that. For Black Series, I did receive my Obi-Wan Kenobi Jedi Legend figure.
Ooh.
It's quite a name,
Yes.
Jedi Legend. He's got the little T16 model that he gives to Luke at the end of the series. He's got the lightsaber. He's got his sand goggles, and yeah, really nice looking figure. Like his head looks really good. The only thing off about is I noticed the hairline's like a little bit not glued on 100% straight, so I'm probably going to exchange it. But yeah, that's what happens, I guess. But yeah, it's a nice looking figure. I'm glad that I got him. And then the last thing is today I got my case of the latest wave of the vintage collection. So I haven't even taken them out yet, but this has Grand Admiral Thrawn. It has Morgan Elsbeth. It has the HK-87 droid. It's got Ahsoka Tano. It's got Grand Admiral Thrawn. And it's got, is that it? Is there anybody else in this way that I'm forgetting? The Grand Inquisitor from Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yeah, so.
Nice.
Yeah, case fresh right here. I got to put them in figure shields. I got to order more figure shields actually to put them in there. But yeah, no, so that's cool. I'm glad that I got that. And I still haven't gotten the Cad Bane wave, and that one came out like 2 months ago. So I don't know how they shipped me this one first from Entertainment Earth before the Cad Bane wave, but all that means is that
you never know.
All it means is I'm going to get those processing soon. And then I'm going to get I think the Black Series we're processing for the Phase 2 Clone Trooper, the Season 3 Ahsoka, and whoever else is in that wave was processing. So yeah, lots of stuff shipping. It's still, I know since September, lots of things are all shipping out all together. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But that's the way it goes.
Just in time for the holidays.
Yeah. Just in time.
Awesome.
Well, cool. I think we covered all of our topics here. Awesome. Well, hey, Kayla, thanks again for coming on the show. It's been a blast.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. I'm going to ask if there's any other questions or comments you guys would like to ask before we sign off for this evening. Go ahead and throw them on in here. In the meantime, tell us where our viewers can go to look you up on the interwebs.
Yes. You can find us at Geek the F Out channel on YouTube. and also GTFO channel on all the socials on Instagram, Twitter, Threads. And me personally, my Instagram is silverk with 3 Ys. And I post a lot of fun, geeky stuff on there as well. Or just yesterday, I posted all my makeup looks for the month. So, fun stuff that I geek out about.
Love it.
But yeah, you'll find everything you need if you just search GTFO channel on whatever it may be. But,
Awesome.
yeah, and every Thursday we have our Trek Retrek show, like you see there, and, I think the next thing coming up is next Friday. We're gonna be talking about Loki episodes 5 and 6. We'll be having, Ryan Dole and Yoko on, and then we'll be opening it up to some surprise special guests after that, to talk about the season as a whole. So very, very excited to do that with a bunch of people. We did the same thing for Ahsoka for the season wrap up, and it was a blast. I think we had like 9 people in there at one point, so it was a lot of fun. So
Awesome.
yeah,
Well,
yeah,
cool. So this is the
yeah.
YouTube channel right here, and I do have
Mhm.
links in the description, so definitely check out the channel. And while you guys are at it, hit the like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed. We got a new video coming out every week. And as I mentioned, we got the Droids video coming out, but I got a couple other things in the pipeline too. So definitely stay tuned for that. We will be off next week because of the Veterans Day holiday, but we'll be back the following week. And I will have John, also known as the Vintage Concepts from the SWTVC group on Instagram and the SWTVC podcast. So we'll be talking the vintage collection plus other topics that are relevant at that point. So Kayla, thanks again for
Fun.
coming on. It's been fun, and I hope we can do
Oh.
this again.
Oh, it's been a blast. Thanks again for having me.
Of course. Thanks to everybody that's been hanging out with us here in the chat. Everybody that's been tuning in. We really appreciate you. Be well, be safe. May the force be with you no matter where you're tuning in from out in the galaxy. Thank you for tuning in to Victoria's Cantina. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.